Hello and welcome to Wasteland 3, and this video is kindly sponsored by the developer, and if you would like to check it out, there is a link in the description. This is probably the premier post-apocalyptic RPG, with the exception of a couple of others, of course, but this is fantastic. They have done a really good job. Obviously, if you've played Wasteland 2, then you'll know what you're kind of in for here. However, they've changed the setting pretty dramatically, and we are going to now be selecting our difficulty. There's Rookie, Wastelander, Ranger, and, well, Supreme Jerk. Yes, that's also something that you're going to be seeing very much here in Wasteland 3. A very, shall we say, very humorous, but also extremely brutal experience. So I'm going to just be selecting normal combat difficulty because, let's just say, I'm not exactly great at these kinds of games, but I do find them extremely fun. Alright, so here we go. We get to choose our characters. So, you can create custom characters if you so desire. There are a number of pre-made ones, so if you are not really into the whole customization thing, then you can just decide on any one of these. Bear in mind, however, that Wasteland 3 is actually also co-op. So generally what you can do is you can play as a duo, and then your co-op partner can also play as one of your characters here, which in my opinion is very cool. I like that very much. So we have young rangers. They all obviously are very good at brawling, automatic weapons, etc. Then you have the punks. They're very good at lockpicking, melee combat. They also have a number of conversational skills as well. So yeah, as you can see, there's literally a skill here called sneaky shit, and I just cannot get over that. That is so incredibly funny and very much in tune with how the game represents conversations, and it's just really it's kind of refreshing, actually. Nerd stuff, weird science, kiss ass, you know, all that stuff. It's really cool. So I'm actually just going to go into the custom character creation here, just because I literally just want to show you exactly what's going on. And you can literally just change your name however you so desire. I could call him literally I have no idea. Gearhead. There we go, Gearhead. And I can change his voice.
You started it, we'll finish it.
Here comes the pain train.
They've spotted us.
Uh-oh. They have us at a disadvantage.
And so on and so forth. You can basically make whatever you want. You can also have a different background here as well. This is crazy because this gives you obviously some kind of gameplay benefit, but the amount of things that you can select are amazing. Like, literally, just look at this. It's absolutely crazy. So if I wanted to make an explosive-based character, let me actually just make an Explodomaniac character, because Gearhead, the name, kind of suits it, right? Kind of suits it. So we also have a randomizer here, so you can basically randomize any little bit of your appearance, no matter what. Look at this. Look at the insane amount of customization. You could literally select whatever you want. It is amazing. Also, starting weapon. You can choose your starting weapon. I'm going to be selecting something like a heavy weapon of some kind. I would also like to... Well, I'd like an explosive weapon, so I'm hopeful that the heavy weapon will be explosive or something like that. Then obviously we have attributes here as well. You can customize these however you so desire, which is fantastic. I would like to be able to be really good at explosions. So I'm thinking, what am I going to be good at then? Probably charisma is going to be good, probably strength, probably coordination, stuff like that. Bear in mind that the game uses an action point system as well, so let me actually just select a bunch of this, a bunch of awareness. I'm not going to be using my character right here, but it's going to be something that I'm just showing you for the moment. And yeah, you can see that. So as you can see, we've got explosives here. I'm going to just spec into that. We're also going to spec into big guns a little bit. And of course, there are a number of other things that you can spec into as well. You're only given 4 points initially. So obviously, you have to be very selective about what you want to do. I want to be really good with explosives. So I'm going to be going for 3 points in that. And then you can pick your quirk. And some rangers are quirkier than others. Quirks are completely optional. Selecting a quirk gives your ranger a powerful bonus and penalty, changing their playstyle dramatically. Character creation is the only chance you have to assign a quirk, and once you do, you're stuck with it. Choose wisely. Alright, so yeah, that is obviously something to bear in mind too. So, for example, if I wanted to be a pyromaniac with explosive damage bonuses, then I can, of course, do that. However, I have a 15% chance to catch on fire when using explosives. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that you can do if you want to. I'll go for the pyromaniac thing, but generally, there you go. That's what I could do, and then I could confirm that, and then I'd be able to play with this character here. And of course, I could customize my partner as well, and that would be someone completely different, or I could make another explosive pyromaniac kind of guy as well. However, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be playing with some of the pre-made characters just so that you can see what they're all about. And I think I'm probably going to be playing with the punks because they actually have lockpicking. I personally feel like lockpicking is pretty fun, and we will select them.
Hold him off, Team November.
Wondering on to keep his shot, but buy me a minute and I think I can get the weapons online.
Alright, here we go. Okay, so combat starts. Very smooth transition into the combat. That's the first thing I noticed when I first played this game. Every single thing that happens is very smooth. You have a number of things that you can do in exploration mode, and there's obviously a lot you can do in combat mode as well. So in exploration mode, generally what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looting, you're going to be interacting with objects, you're going to be participating in conversations as well, do bear that in mind, and you're also going to be, well, killing enemies. So here we go. Yes, I already know how to do all this stuff. This is very much standard fare. If you've ever played a turn-based strategy with action points, then you'll know exactly what all of this is all about. If you move within the blue, then you're going to be able to attack in the same turn, but if you move outside of the blue into the orange, then you will not be able to attack, but you're going to be able to move a little bit further. Now, because one of my guys is a melee-based character only, he's going to be having maybe a couple of difficulties attacking here, but I'm hopeful that he will be able to attack this guy, which is exactly what we're going to try to do. There he goes! Whack him! There you go, he's dead. Nice. Now, also bear in mind, there are a number of other things that you have to take into account here. It is not just a straight up left click, this guy dies, left click, that guy dies. There are a number of other actions that you can take. For example, you can reload, you can stand up or crouch, you can use various abilities that the character has learned. Obviously, I don't have any at the moment. We have items, so in other words, I can use med kits, I can use grenades, I can use mines, all kinds of other stuff like that. Then, of course, we have special abilities. Special abilities will become activated the more you are able to successfully attack. And then you have final actions. In other words, you can spend the rest of a range's action points to gain a bonus. For example, ambush, aka Overwatch. These are the things that are really going to come in mighty handy. You also have defense, you gain evasion, and then you also have prepare, which basically allows you to carry over a number of action points from your previous turn. So if you don't spend all your points, then of course you're going to be able to hopefully utilize them in some other way. Anyway, now I'm not entirely sure what to do here, because I have a shotgun, and it is highly unlikely I'm going to be able to murder them from here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this way, and then we're going to shoot them. As you can see, I have a 72% chance to hit both of them, which is really nice. And there you go, I actually did hit both of them. Very good. Now, I have 2 AP remaining. What am I going to do with it? Well, I could move if I wanted to. You know, if I was out of position and I was just about to be shot in the face, then obviously we do not want that. Thank you very much. We want Kick Boy to be able to live a little bit longer so that he can kick more people. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use Prepare. And that is going to carry over 2 action points over to my next turn. And here comes a big, big robot. This might be a bit problematic.
Come on, you piece of... There's the problem. Hang in there, November. Almost got it.
All right, so here we go. This is our next turn. Now we are going to have some difficulties if the Major Prasad is not able to help us, but I'm hopeful that we should be okay. Now, bear in mind, I can again attack like so. Now, this is going to cost me 5 action points. Then I should have 3 action points to get back into cover, which is obviously going to be very important. Now, melee characters are very different in that way, where you're able to move after attacking, so you're not out in the open basically being useless, going to get shot and killed very easily. So I'm hopeful that I will be able to do that. Boop, there we go, boop him on the head, and then we can move back into cover, which is exactly what we want to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use defend here, because I think he's probably going to be focused by quite a few people, and I might like to shoot some people over here, maybe. It's going to be out of range, 72% chance. That's out of range as well. I could move over here. As you can see, if you mouse over a particular area within the blue, then you're going to be able to see the percentages of what you're going to hit, or your percentage chance to hit in that area, which in my opinion is very cool. We're also going to be moving over there, and then we'll see if we can maybe do some damage. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna try and kill this one, or do some damage to it at the very least, and then we'll just do prepare once again. And that will carry over some AP for us. Okay, that guy's gonna reload, and yeah, they're gonna do quite a bit of damage to our friends here, which we're not very appreciative of, that's for sure, because basically what's happening here, the story so far, is that the Rangers have come all the way from Arizona, as far as I can remember, and they are trying to get help from a figurehead known as the Patriarch. And they are coming to Colorado, which is where we are right now, to be able to receive aid and weapons, training, people, personnel, so on and so forth, if we can rid him of his enemies. And so that's the reason why we're here, and we're trying to help him out. Unfortunately, we were, shall we say, ambushed pretty heavily by enemies known as the Dorsey gang or clan or something, and that is now what we're having to deal with. So boom! Oh, I actually just killed one of my own guys because they were way too close. However, we will be able to revive them, hopefully. Yes, that was obviously not what I was intending, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so I am actually out of ammo here, so I have to reload, and then we will shoot once again. Let's shoot this guy. There we go. Can I shoot again? Yes, I can. There we go. Nice. Now let's just use prepare once more, and then he's going to try and shoot at the massive, extremely armored gun. It's probably not the best idea for him to do that. Now bear in mind that obviously when people go down, you are going to need to revive them within time. So I'm going to just head on over here, probably around... I'm going to reload first, actually, because I need to do that. And then let's move over here, and then I'll be able to shoot him with a 95% chance. Boom. And then my guy automatically gets up if you exit the combat scenario in time, which is good, which is perfectly fine.
Listen, if you want to live through this, we gotta take out the bastards with the rocket launcher up on the dam. We'll each find our own way up there and catch them front and back. Got it? Now's not the time for attitude, Rangers. Remember, Arizona's depending on us. There's no quitting here. There's no going back. All right, move out.
So that is actually also something that I want to touch upon here. This is very much an RPG that you are going to be able to customize however you so desire. You're going to be able to pretty much just go, hey, I'd like to create these characters, I'd like to create that character, and as a result, then you're going to have a very fun time indeed. So, you know, it is very much a case of, do you want to play a couple of punks that have just gotten dropped into a complete war zone? Then you can do that. If you want to play a bunch of scientists that are trying to solve things with their intelligence, then of course you can do that too. And anything else that you can come up with, basically, which I think is pretty much the charm of the game. It has a lot going for it so far, and I'm very much enjoying everything about it so far. Okay, so here we go. We have a hunter right here. We can technically just take him down, I think. Boom. Yeah, so you see that ring around people as well? That's basically their detection radius. So as long as you stay outside of it, you're going to have a pretty easy time being able to sneak past or ambush them or whatever you want to do. This ranger was beaten to death. Well, that's not very nice, is it? Okay, so let's just continue moving. There's a lot of ranger vehicles here. It looks like the occupants managed to escape, but you can't tell where they went. Someone sliced open this ranger's abdomen and removed his intestines. Judging by the expression that is frozen on his dead face, he was alive when it happened. Gruesome. Yeah, very gruesome indeed. So let's just continue to move forward here. And look at this. We have a situation on our hands.
I want her head. Fuck! Your friends are here. Okay, Hotlanders. Drop your guns and she doesn't die. Got it? Okay. Fuck you! I'm gone. I'm telling my cousins you're here.
Thanks. Saved my life. You probably should have killed that gal, though. Gonna warn her friends. No worries. Just watch yourself. They're right outside. Not likely. Most of them burned with our transport. Couple more went under the ice, and wait, Major Tom, he might have made it. Saw him take off like a bat out of hell after we wrecked. Don't know if he'll come with you if you find him. He gets pretty spooked, but take these. Might get his attention. Major's just his nickname. You can just call him Tom when you find him. Gotta catch my wind first. Let me stay here and guard your rear while you take care of the ones around the corner. Be careful.
Alright, well, Major Tom, apparently, yes. Are we ground control? Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. Who knows? Anyway, so, yeah, there are no other areas to explore around here as far as I'm aware. Obviously, this is very much a tutorial area, and I thought that this was probably the best way to show you the game, and in general, to show you exactly what's going on with it, as it has a number of systems that it will introduce you to.
Much for saying goodbyes, Jody Bell, so we're gonna slip this into your pack before you leave in the morning.
We just want you to know how proud we are of you, and that we'll be praying hard for your safe return.
And don't you worry about us, none. We'll get by. We always do.
Remember not to sass the officers. And don't drive so fast. You ain't racing to Colorado and back.
Just keep your head down and your eyes open. And we'll be counting the days till you come home.
And we've also got some audio tapes as well. I'm very happy to see those things because they do add a lot of flavor to the backstory of various characters and everything. Otherwise, I'm going to be putting this in our belt right here for Mr. Bronco because he definitely needs a little bit of extra HP. So I'm just going to use that right away just so that we can be full HP going into this slightly larger battle.
Wake up, cousins! More Hotlanders coming!
Ah! Ruining our fun. Guess we better finish off the rest of them. Post up, cousins. Don't let them get the drop on us.
Alright, so we're going to have to be a bit careful here. Now bear in mind that actually both of my characters are very much close range focused. And that is maybe going to be a little bit difficult to deal with. Let's tell him to crouch down here. And then we'll also do a little bit of something with this guy. Bear in mind that this is kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure how we're supposed to do this. Maybe I can... No, I can't go around this way. And this is an oil tank. We do not want to be close to this oil tank. It is going to be very bad. Now, as you can see, Bronco has two things right here that are reducing his stats. So what you can do is you can go into the inventory. I actually haven't shown you the inventory yet, so I guess this is a good enough time to do it. And generally, it would be a good idea for me to have some first aid kits. Oh yeah, also, I do have a number of other weapons that I can use too. And generally, this is actually much better. Oh, look at that. I can actually use that. Ooh, that's looking nice. Oh, this is actually looking nice too. I'm actually not sure which one to go for, to be honest. This one has a 25% chance to apply bleeding. And this one has a 25% chance to apply frozen. So both of those are looking very nice indeed. Okay, so unfortunately, it looks as though I do not have an injury kit at the moment. It looks as though I don't have that right here. So, oh, look at that experience bonus. I can get, oh, look at that. Oh, critical chance. Oh, I'm going to use the critical chance one. That sounds much better. And do we have anything else? You can use flamethrowers in this game as well, by the way. So if you're definitely one for the flamer life, then you can definitely do that. And we also, of course, have the Ranger General's hat that we can, of course, use. So I'm actually going to be using that on this guy. And we're also going to be swapping out this shotgun because I think we have a better one in our inventory right here. We have Whiteout, as you can see. He can also use a revolver if he wants to, but personally I think a shotgun probably suits him a little bit better, so we're just going to be using that one. And we'll just swap that out. And I think that is pretty much it. Now, there are reputations as well, by the way, so there's also fame, too. And as you encounter various people in the world, you will, of course, gain reputation with them or lose reputation dependent on how you act in their presence. So that's going to be very interesting. Otherwise, let's just shoot this oil tank. And boom. Nice. Get that guy on fire. And now combat has begun. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so now I'm going to move over here, I think. And I'm ready. Oh yeah, I am ready. I'm going to do... Ooh, I could actually do... Can I really do ambush? It's literally going to be a 2.3 meter ambush. That is really not going to work out too well, in my opinion. I'm actually just going to defend, I think. I think defending is probably going to be a little bit more advantageous than anything else. And these guys are out of range quite dramatically. So... not sure what to do, to be honest. I could use double barrel, which is an ability here. Double your fun, fires 2 times in a row and has 17% wider spread, but with a minus 45% hit chance. So that would be a good idea to use when you're very close to the opponent. Okay. I think we're just going to do ambush. Oh, nice. There we go. Ambush actually did activate. Oh, he missed? Are you serious? Wow. Actually, me ambushing with that guy up there, with Mr. Bronco, probably would have paid off quite nicely. This guy's going to die from fire in just a second, so I do not see the point in doing anything with him, so I'm actually just going to run past him, kill this guy. Boom, lucky crit. Nice. And now I can move somewhere else, but it's actually not going to make any difference. So I'm literally just going to defend here. Hopefully it's going to be difficult for enemies to shoot at me from this angle. And otherwise, I'm probably going to move over here and then shoot this guy in the back. I mean, that's going to be pretty damaging. There we are. Oh, we're actually out of ammo, so I've got to reload first. Ah, yeah, I've got to make the most of those kinds of things as well. I've got to really bear that in mind. Anytime I'm using a ammunition-based weapon, because obviously I'm using melee as well, that it obviously has ammo to keep track of and things like that. But you've got to be a bit careful as well, because ammunition is finite. It is not an unlimited resource. You're going to have to purchase ammunition from various places. You can't just use your ammunition however you so desire. You're going to have to be a bit careful with it. So that is very interesting as well. I think I'm going to move here. and then shoot him in the face. Seems like a good plan to me. There you go. Easy kill. And there you go. Our strike meter is now full, so now we can basically use that, which is going to be very cool. So, as you can see, this is a torrent ability. This is the range of it with this guy currently, because obviously he's using a shotgun, so obviously he's not really going to be that effective at using it at the moment. So I'm basically just going to wait here. I'm going to use defend. And then this guy will probably be making his way a little closer to the opponent. And hopefully we'll get a first aid kit or something along those lines relatively soon. And then we'll just end the turn and see what happens here. Okay, so he's going to shoot us from the side, which is absolutely fine. Bronco is such a beast. He takes literally no damage whatsoever. And we're going to just go here first. And then attack. Boom. All in a day's work, he says. Oh, yes, that is for sure. All right.
I took an outflow pipe through to the far side of the dam. Now it looks like I can get up behind those yahoos on the top and take them unawares. Let me know when you're in position and we'll... Shit! Incoming fire! Taking cover!
Alright, so she's being attacked, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be able to get there relatively soon. And look at this. Hostage taker's key. A worn key taken off the body of a sadistic Dorsey raider. And that means that we can maybe use that somewhere nearby. Otherwise, we also have this, which is a med pack. It restores constitution, or in other words, HP, per turn over 3 turns. And it also increases with first aid skill level. Unfortunately, none of my guys actually have first aid at the moment, so of course that is not going to be that useful. But hopefully it is going to work out quite nicely for us as we go forward. Okay, so I'm just going to be using some first aid here just to get our guys to full HP, just in case we enter into another fight. Alright, so is there anything else around here that I really need to interact with? Because I did get that key, but there might be something nearby. For example, there's a medical crate here. More med packs, always happy to get those. We've got some grenades as well. Ah, that is what the key was for. Very nice indeed. Okay, and I've also apparently looted an upgrade. Okay, let's take a look. What is the upgrade? I guess the grenades. I'm not entirely sure who's the best at explosives. I think both of them are not particularly good at explosives, so I'm just going to give it to the guy with the shotgun, and hopefully he's going to do a good job. You can actually give them only one grenade in each slot by the looks of things. Okay, well, that's good to know. And otherwise, let's move on.
Oh, another gut puppet to my name. You hearing this, Erastus? You ought to be here. The deluge of blood has begun, and I'm winning, big brother.
Ah, yes, the crazy leader of the opposition, of course. Alright, so enemy detection. So this is just a tutorial on how, enemy detection works. I've already kind of explained that to you before. But, as you can see by the last sentence, we cannot stress enough how badly that robot will fuck you up right now. So you probably don't want to go and try to attack it. However, there are other means around it. You can, for example, interact with this computer. So, as you can see, if you were to have Nerd Stuff 1, which you would if you had picked the scientist duo, then you'd be able to use this particular ability. Unfortunately, I did not pick them, so I am obviously not able to do that. But I could disable the defenses, and that means I can disable this light machine turret. However, I did actually play with the scientists in my previous little playthrough, and as a result, I was able to find out that you can turn the turret to your side, and the turret will literally kill this robot very quickly indeed. So that is something to bear in mind. And look at this, we have a lockpicking opportunity. Very nice. Now, bear in mind, if you do not have lockpicking, there is another way to get into these kinds of enclosures. You can destroy the gate if you like, with using ammunition or explosives or whatever you want to do. And look at this, we actually just looted some armor. Now, another cool thing about this game is that armor is also cosmetic. And if you can believe that, that's pretty amazing, because look at this. It changes how your character looks. dependent on what you're currently wearing on them, which I very much appreciate, because some games they don't actually do that. They just go, oh, you know what, I'm gonna just kind of give you the stat bonus, and that's pretty much it. By the way, there are also hidden mines and various traps as well that you might have some difficulties dealing with. As you can see, I actually just ran Bronco straight into that explosive right there, but dependent on your perception skill, that is going to be detectable and maybe even dealt with as well. Anyway, let's interact with the generator here, and that will allow us to power up the gate and head on through.
Rangers, Cosine here. Took care of the hostiles who jumped me, but those bastards are still up there on the dam. I found a spot to hunker down and give you some cover when you get there. But I'm afraid this'll be mostly on you. Good luck, and hurry.
Oh, thank you very much for the luck. I'm thinking we'll probably need it. Yes, we certainly will. Thankfully, we do have an injury kit now, so I should be able to equip one of those. Nitro Spike also does allow you to revive all incapacitated squad members. That is pretty crazy. And yeah, otherwise, I think we're pretty good with what we've currently got equipped. But Bronco now finally has the ability to use an injury kit, so we can do that on him. There you go. Nice. So now he is no longer injured and he is going to be full strength. Let's do this. On the other side of the door, you can hear rough voices and laughter and rocket fire. Open the door.
Ah, damn it. Looks like we killed them all. Guess the fun's over. Wait a minute. Maybe not. Howdy, Hotlander. Oh, as much fun as it is killing folk long distance, I like it best when the deluge of blood happens up close and personal. You know what I mean? The rest is gonna be sorry he stayed home. He loves him some entrails.
And now we have the ability to select something very cool. And look at this, melee combat too, because of course we have a character that has melee combat too, so we will be able to interact with this leader a little bit more uniquely than if we didn't. So let's have a look. The state of your knife is a disgrace. When is the last time you cleaned and sharpened it?
Sharpened my... Ooh, I'll sharpen my knife on your bones, and I'll wash it clean in your blood. For the deluge is coming, you heathen, and I'm its harbinger. And it all begins here, you little prairie dog. What I do to you, the Dorsey's gonna do to all of Colorado. So squeal all you want. No one's coming to save us.
Holy shit! They done killed Jared!
Done it. Never shut up. Heads up, Rangers. More incoming.
Alright, here we go. We got to wipe out all of the Dorseys on the dam, and we should have a pretty easy time. Or at least I think we should have a pretty easy time of things. Bronco is a little bit damaged, but I don't think we should have too many difficulties with getting into a nice position here. So let's actually just take a quick look. Okay, we can run over this way. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to run him all the way over there. And we're going to go pretty aggressive. And now what I can also do is I can use my strike ability if I want to. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to hit. I don't think that's going to hit from there. So what I could do instead is go over here. And then we're going to use strike. I mean, we could. Do I want to? I think I'm just going to shoot this. Boom. Nice damage. Oh, yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay, ambush. We're going to just go for an ambush here. So if anyone moves, then I will indeed end up shooting them, hopefully. And, oh, that guy's got a rocket launcher. All right, we might have some issues with that. Oh, never mind. They just shot one of those barrels and exploded it. Unfortunately, it seems like Kickboy is taking quite a lot of damage, but hopefully that's not going to make any difference to us in the end. Okay, let's move over here. And I should probably... I'm going to use one of these just to get Bronco back to full HP. And then we're going to go for... well, nothing by the looks of things. We are going to need to restore his HP, I think. So let's get him over here. He's on fire at the moment. Oh, he doesn't have that equipped. Oh, dear. Okay, well, I can actually use a grenade. So I'm going to do that. Boom. Yeah, nice damage. That is some nice damage. And I can technically shoot them, but I am out of ammunition, so I'm going to have to reload. We are going to take a little bit of damage over time as well. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I can just shoot them. I can take them down. Nice. Okay, so now we're just going to defend. Ooh, he might very well end up dying from the flames, but thankfully he is okay. Once the combat is over, then we will be fine. And even if he does die, we'll be able to revive him very easily. But there you go, we leveled up. Major Prasad's breath steams from her clenched teeth. Her guts are spilling through her bloody fingers.
Nice work finishing off that jerk's crew. Did you find any other survivors? Bill's a good kid. Thank you. You did... well. Now... I'm bleeding all over the paperwork. We need to head for Colorado Springs. Establish a headquarters at Peterson Air Force Base. Support the Patriarch, no matter what. We do that, and the Patriarch sends aid to the Arizona Rangers. We don't, and the Rangers are fucked. And that brings me to the secret orders. When we first heard from the Patriarch, General Woodson sent an advance team to Colorado, led by Angela Death. But they went dark. We have to find them. No. She found her way home, then found out all her squad mates had died fighting. Cochise. Probably why she volunteered for the advanced team mission. Got her away from her ghosts. Give me a second. Catch my breath, and we can go.
Her jaw tightens at your words, but finally she nods and releasing her grip on her wound, blood and viscera spill to the snow.
Well... fuck!
She sinks back, then reaches a bloody hand toward you. Her hand closes over yours, fierce and tight. She tries to speak, but then the light fades from her eyes. She's gone. Alright, so she's done. She's gone. She's dead. And we're gonna loot her, because that's the classic. That's the classic thing that you gotta do in RPGs. You always gotta loot people, no matter what. And we have now leveled up as well, which I'm very pleased to say is going to be a very fun experience. Alright, so we've also gained some additional stuff. I'm actually going to be giving Bronco the pants, and we will be giving Kickboy the torso armor, and we also did gain a rocket launcher as well. So if you wanted to, and if you have explosives, you could use a rocket launcher. Very expensive to fire, of course, because rockets are quite rare, I would assume. Otherwise, let's go over to the skills. Alright, so generally you're going to get quite a few skill points per level. You're also going to be getting attribute points every couple of levels as well. As you can see, I have no attribute points at the moment, but eventually you will be getting some more. So as you can see by scrolling down, there are a number of things. So you have social skills, and you also have exploration skills. So for example, armor modding, survival, toaster repair. Yes, even toaster repair. I mean, really. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm talking about with this game. It has a very unique sense of humor in that respect. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but on the other hand, the story is very serious, you know? It's kind of crazy. Okay, so what I'm also going to be doing is I'm going to be improving my small arms, going to be improving my lockpicking. What about mechanics? You can repair vehicles, generators, and other machines more effectively, and you also do more damage to mechanical foes. I don't know whether I really want to do that. I'd like to do first aid if at all possible, so we'll do that. There we go. And, oh, I actually wanted to do Bronco as well if at all possible, so there we go. Let's go over to his skills as well. We're going to increase his melee combat by a massive amount, and that's it. That's all I wanted to do with him, because we already have someone now that can use first aid, and that's all that we really needed. Alright, so let's move on. Let's go and loot that weapon crate real quick. Ah, another rocket. Okay, of course. What else would you expect from a bunch of rocket launchering guys from the Dorsey clan? And let's move on.
Little brother, how goes that deluge of blood? You dry gulch them Hotlanders yet? Erastus! Jared's dead! They killed him! Gunned him down like a dog! What? No! No! If I ever catch who did this, they're dead! Every last one of them dead! You hear me? My brother will be avenged!
Well, you can try your best, but I don't think you're going to be able to get us right now, at least, because I'm out of here.
Was that Major Prasad? They got her? God damn it. Fuck this place. Fuck it.
Welcome, Rangers. You may approach the patriarch.
Three, when there were 50. Cold logic says I should turn you away. That there aren't enough of you left to do the job at hand. But that Dorsey ambush was my fault. And I owe you more than explanations and apologies. So, here's something more tangible. The Dorseys didn't just attack you. They attacked my city. This one was trying to burn down our jail. If you want some vengeance for what was done to you, he's yours. Be my guest. Well done. I wish I could give you all the Dorseys. And maybe, before all this is over, I will. But for now, let me address your immediate needs. In addition to this base and the aid I promised your general, I'll be giving you the resources to return your force to full strength. Recruiting, training, and equipping. It's not enough. I know. The men and women you lost can never be replaced, but it's what I can give you. I hope you'll accept it. Vengeance is fine, honorable even. Just don't forget that your primary reason for being here is to save my nation. That's how Arizona gets what it needs. Now, introductions. My name is Saul Buchanan. I own Colorado, though you'll meet some who disagree. This base is your new home. From here, you'll aid my people and, more importantly, do the job I brought you here to do. Now, yes, Joe?
Pardon, Patriarch. It's Daisy. An update on the Garden of the Gods?
All right. Sorry, Rangers. Still putting out fires. Two of my best are waiting for you inside. Darius Kwan of the Marshals and my old friend Sergei Greatsky. Go see him. I'll be in when I'm done here.
And there you have it, a new mission, Home Away from Home. And if you would like to check out Wasteland 3, highly recommend it if you're into RPGs of any kind, even turn-based strategy games. There is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.